Okay, good afternoon YouTube. Fat Cat Collections back at you with another fragrance review. And today I'll be talking about one by I'm not sure if it would be called a house, but we're called a company by the name of Banana Republic. And this one is called Slate. Now if you watched my channel before, you know that I own 3 other Banana Republic fragrances. One is Wild Blue Noir, and the other 2 that match this particular cologne as far as the bottle that it comes in is Cordovan and Black Walnut. 2 that I'm really happy that I have in my collection. Now, this is the 4th Banana Republic cologne that I have. I have to say, I really like the Banana Republic colognes. I'm not sure if there's any other ones I want to get in my collection, but 4 out of 4 is pretty good right there. The only problem I have to say about Banana Republic colognes is that on my skin, they just don't have beast mode projection, and they just don't seem to last all that long. And this one's no exception to that. Of the ones that I have, this one has the worst longevity of any of the other Banana Republic colognes that I have in my collection. And if I didn't mention already, this one is called Slate. The notes in this are 2 notes from what I could find on Fragrantica. It's clary sage and ginger. So you have a gingery kind of spiciness to this particular cologne. I would consider this a fresh scent. When I first smelled it, I was not too impressed, and I have to tell you that when I first smelled this, I got a vibe of a different fragrance. And one fragrance that I got from this is one from the 90s called Tommy Hilfiger. And that was the first fragrance that Tommy Hilfiger came out with. I'm not a huge Tommy Hilfiger fan, so I don't know how many fragrances they actually have. However, the first one that came out in the, I believe, 1996-97, Tommy, I think it was just called Tommy, shares remarkable similarities to this fragrance. And what's interesting is that I also consider Tommy to smell like another fragrance that I recently had the opportunity to smell, and that one was called, it's something silver. I can't think of the name. It's a clone of Creed's Silver Mountain Water. And my buddy smelled Creed's Silver Mountain Water, and he says it's identical to the clone that he has. And I wish you could remember the name. It's something silver. It's a very small 25 milliliter bottle for about $7. It's really affordable. It's a great smelling fragrance. I just can't think of the name. It'll come to me. Anyway, what was interesting is when I went back on Fragrantica and looked at this fragrance to see what other people had to say about it, one person compared this fragrance to Creed's Silver Mountain Water. So I am not alone in that particular, opinion. So definitely I would think this one shares some vibes to Creed's Silver Mountain Water, although there is a huge difference between this and Silver Mountain Water. The other fragrance I have in my collection that I found this smells remarkably like, but there is a difference, side-by-side comparison, there is a slight difference, and it's called Italiano Uomo by Armaf. And that one's supposed to smell like Tom Ford's Tuscan leather. So it's kind of broad spectrum there. This smells like 2 fragrances that don't smell anything alike. So there's probably just some kind of similarities in this particular fragrance, which reminds me of, again, Creed's Silver Mountain Water, and of course Armaf Italiano Uomo. Now, Italiano Uomo is, again, supposed to smell like Tom Ford's Tuscan leather. It's supposed to be a clone. However, when I smell that, I just don't get any leather out of it, and I've never actually smelled Tom Ford's Tuscan leather. So we can kind of nix that out of the equation. As far as this one here, I can't really get, if you would have told me that this particular fragrance had pepper in it, I might have said maybe, but when I read the notes, only 2 notes, I don't get those notes out of this fragrance. And that's probably because I just really don't know what clary sage and ginger smell like. This to me doesn't smell like ginger at all. But I guess there is a slight spiciness to it. I assume that most of this that I'd be smelling would be the sage, although this one is a very difficult one for me to describe the notes. All I can tell you is that it smells very good, it smells very refreshing, but it does not last very long. Now again, that's just on my skin. That could be completely different on your skin. However, most colognes tend to last longer when you spray them on clothing, and I did spray this on clothing, and it still didn't last very long. But for $19.99 for 100 milliliters, I urge you to get it in your collection if you can find it locally. I think that you really like the fragrance nonetheless. Would I buy it when the bottle runs out? I may replace this one, but I'm not really sure if I would. I know that between Italiano Uomo and this one here, when eventually I run out, I probably wouldn't replace both. I would just pick one. And I might pick this one over the Italiano Uomo just because the price point is cheaper than the Italiano Uomo. And let's face it, both of them kind of last about the same. And both those fragrances, I have to put a whole lot on for me to really have it project at all. So this is definitely, in my opinion, more of a skin scent. But it is a very nice scent. It does have a very nice freshness to it. But to me, it's almost like I'm not even wearing cologne after 20 minutes. So let me know what you think if you have this. It's definitely worth you picking up if you can find a TJ Maxx. Lately, I don't know if the TJ Maxx and the Rosses are the same everywhere, but or was it Ross or TJ Ross? I'm sorry, it was it was Ross. Excuse me, Ross is where I got this. Ross lately had Cordovan, Black Walnut, and Slate in stock for $19.99 for 100 mils. So Banana Republic makes some fantastic fragrances. I definitely urge you to check them out because they are cheapies and they're good cheapies. Let me tell you. Of the four that I bought, my favorite is still Wild Blue Noir. I think that one is a fantastic leathery suede fragrance with this sweetness and this aquatic vibe to it. It's awesome. Definitely check that one out. But definitely check this one out as well. If you have this or you have any kind of opinions on this, go ahead and leave a comment. And again, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more and more fragrance and watch reviews. And remember, subscribe to the channel. And if you want to pick this up through eBay, you could also find it for $19.99. Click the link in the description and definitely check it out. All right, folks, have a great day.